we were talking a little bit about 2025 Project 2025. One of the facilitators behind this whole thing, and really the mastermind from just my perspective and everything that I've been following for a long time, Steve Bannon is really the mastermind behind a lot of what we're seeing now, and just not Project 2025. There's a lot of different people that are contributing to that. But he is sort of like the Newt Gingrich of MAGA. Newt Gingrich started this whole sort of faking your way into getting people to believe things that weren't necessarily true. And there's a whole book on that called Burning Down the House that I read, that he just started this idea of, you don't even really need to tell the truth. You just need to get people to believe it. And somebody like Steve Bannon has taken it to a whole another level. And I don't want to give him any kind of credit by calling him smart or intelligent. He has, let's say he's got an evil intelligence. He's got an intelligence about things that are not good. Right. So this is him on his podcast, first talking about what his plans are with the Department of Justice. Apparently, again, this is the people who are backing law enforcement apparently are not fans of the Department of Justice, but these are his plans.
The DOJ is completely corrupt from top to bottom. It's going to have to be purged. It's going to have to be restructured. They're going to have to get rid of tons of billets over there and lots of personnel on the afternoon of January 20th, 2025. They understand this. And the FBI is the American Gestapo. As an institution, they are not worthy of going forward. That's going to have to totally be restructured. I've been strongly for getting rid of the FBI, starting over again with some federal law enforcement to the degree you need it.
Yeah, that's the party of Ronald Reagan, and Ronald Reagan would be rolling around in his grave if he ever heard anything about the Department of Justice and the FBI is evil and whatever the fuck he said about him. But again, this is just one of those things that it drives me insane. Donald Trump literally is breaking laws left and right. He's being called out for it. And now they're saying, well, we got to get rid of the people that are actually trying to hold him accountable. But what we want to do is we want to go after them for the crimes that they committed, that they'll make up that they didn't really commit.
I can't even get past the Jesuses he has in the background.
It's sickening.
It's just like, sickening. That's why we say MAGAs are idiots. And I don't care. You're going to have a lot of comments because it's just like they're props. They don't care. Like all of a sudden, everyone's like, oh my God, Jesus is the thing. Jesus is the thing. Trump has his Bibles. Oh, we got to get, anybody give me those pictures of Jesus. And then they put all the pictures of Jesus in the background. Like all of a sudden, it's like, it's so stupid. Well, y'all didn't remember when Bannon was like going to build a wall and he took all your fucking money.
Well, that's why he's going to jail, by the way, in a couple months.
Exactly. And then he had in the background a friggin' bulldozer or some shit in the background so that you would believe that he was actually building a fucking wall. He doesn't even know how to spell Jesus, let alone all these fucking Jesus bitches in the background. That shit is wild.
Let me correct myself, by the way. I think he was pardoned for that thing, but I think he's going to jail for the subpoena thing, for ignoring the subpoena, just like Mark Meadows. But yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene's the same thing. Do you ever see her taking pictures of herself in her house and there's 27 fucking crosses all around her house? I'm sure that's the same house she fucked two different guys while she was married in. You know, so all these hypocrites is just so incredibly frustrating. But this is another clip of Steve Bannon, and this is badass Steve Bannon. He's getting ready to scare you and I and anybody else watching the show, Lana. So be prepared for some frightening talk.
We mock your fear. We want you to fear. It's going to be accountability. We are taking apart the administrative state. We're going to destroy the deep state, and we're going to hold everybody responsible that put this republic in the situation it's in today. Accountability, responsibility. And that will come with authority. The authority of Donald John Trump as the 47th president of the United States.
Now, I laugh because he's a big fat fuck who doesn't scare anybody. But what he, yeah, I know. But what he is saying is really what they are going to want to do if they win this thing. They are going to want to serve every second of Donald Trump's term to wreak havoc on his political opponents and anybody that wronged in their head or in their minds Donald Trump. They're coming after you. And Steve Bannon's serious when he says that. I don't take him serious. Well, you need to in a way if they win, but if they don't, I mean, he's a clown that should be laughed at.
Right. It's I'm stuck with the Jesus as the background, but
Well, I think Jesus is there to protect him, and again, I've said before, I if there really is a God and a Jesus, I have a bad feeling that people like Steve Bannon and Marjorie Taylor Greene are going to find out the hard way that they're not living the life of the Jesus they think that they are. That Jesus is going to come up and go, whoa, what are you doing here?
Agreed.
Like, what are you talking about? I had crosses. I had pictures of you. I had all that shit. It's like, nah, you got that shit wrong. Well, me and you, I don't even believe in it. We'll be passing them going, fuck you, you idiot.
Yeah, seriously.
Because we were just nicer people.
Right. No, I agree. They're posers. All of them.
Yeah.